Alright, before I get into the video, I want to say a few things. Thank you viewer for taking the time to look at my video, it means a lot. Also make sure to subscribe if you are new here. Entitled, Dog, Parent Yells at Me because I told her that her pit bull needs to be muzzled. So I, 18F, work as an office assistant/secretary at a veterinarian office. Since I mostly just check people and schedule appointments and stuff for their pets, I'm not certified in animal care or anything. A few months ago, we had this one lady, let's call her S, come in with her medium-sized pit bull mix. I check her in and on her dog's file it says that he has a past history being aggressive towards the vet/vet techs. This means that he is required to have a muzzle on before going into the room with the vet. This is the conversation that follows. Hey, it looks like dog has a past history of being aggressive toward the vet, so he's going to have a muzzle on before he goes into the room. Do you have one with you? No, I don't have a muzzle with me, he won't need one. I'm sorry ma'am, he is going to have a muzzle on before the vet can look at him. It's the rules. We have some that we can use for the appointment. Why is it because he's a pit bull? He is just a big baby and wouldn't even hurt a fly. This is discrimination against pit bulls. No ma'am, it's not because he's a pit bull, his file says he's been aggressive toward the vet before. A lot of dogs don't like the vet, so it's pretty common for them to have to be muzzled, regardless of the breed. We've had to muzzle Chihuahuas before. Dog just doesn't like the vet to be touching him or messing with his body parts. Just tell vet not to do that and he won't bite like last time. Ma'am. How is the vet supposed to do his job if he can't touch dog? He needs to make sure everything is working right. I don't care, my dog is not going to be muzzled and that's final. You are discriminating against my little baby dog because he is a pit bull. I can't believe that I am facing this kind of harassment for owning a pit bull at a vet's office, for God's sake. We went back and forth like this for a while. I kept telling her that her dog isn't going to see the vet until he has a muzzle on, and she kept telling me he didn't mean it and that I was saying that he is aggressive because he's a pit bull. Eventually she put a muzzle on the dog and he apparently acted fine and non-aggressive with the muzzle on. But since he was aggressive once without the muzzle, he will still have to be muzzled for future appointments. She ended up filing a complaint against me because I was discriminating against her and her dog, but it never really went anywhere. She has another appointment next week, so that's going to be fun. Kinda. Entitled Mom wants me to stop listening to my music. So to preface this story, I'm a huge fan of a band called Ninja Sex Party. They make comedy songs, but they're wildly inappropriate. Also, this happened when I was 14. Me and my mom were waiting in a dentist office. I'm listening to some NSP. Specifically, their album, Attitude City. My mom doesn't think they're funny, but she's cool with me listening to them because it's not like I'm gonna become some crazy whack job from listening to Dragon Slayer and Symphony in P minor. She's not stupid. Anyway, in walks this M with her kid. She doesn't have an entitled look about her, no Karen characteristics, and the kid is well behaved. I didn't think anything of it. Because me and my mom were the first ones sitting, she took social cues and niceness, and just decided to stand next to us. Now, there's a song on Attitude City, called, But Sex Goldilocks. Go give it a listen, it's genuinely funny. However, it's not really a song. And I was in a music mood, so I decide to open up my phone and change it. This M looks down and sees the song name, and hisses at me. Excuse me young man, what on earth is that? Now, I read the subreddit quite a bit, so I already know an M when I see one. So I handle it calmly, it's a song, ma'am. I was just changing it to something else. That song is vulgar and rude. It could corrupt my kid like it's corrupting you. Your mother must be ashamed of you. Now, my mom couldn't hear her, because she's getting older and her hearing isn't as good as it used to be. So, trying to suppress my anger, I say the most badass thing I could. Me, okay, ask her. As I point to my mom. This M quickly runs around me to my mom, gets in her face and says, "M, your son is listening to some very inappropriate music." My mom sighs, "What's the band's name?" M, Ninja Sex Party, a song called Butt Sex Goldilocks. Mom, so? It's his music. It doesn't affect you, so please leave him alone. M, but it's vulgar and rude. Man, she's really good at countering her point with the same two arguments over and over. So my mom says, "Look, he could be listening to death metal right now. For all I care, he isn't bothering other people. Unlike you, my son cares for others around him. Plus, I can't hear it." How could you hear it? M, I couldn't, but mom, then don't let it bother you. Please leave us alone. She left us alone, and after I came out of the dentist's, she made some comment about corrupted youth or something. I wasn't paying attention, I just wanted my music back. That was about a year back, and me and my mom still joke about it. She's even started listening to them a bit, so how about that for a happy ending? Crazy M wants to go to a party even though she is in a different country. So since my other story with my aunt was well liked, I decided to post this story. I was visiting my aunt in DC and I was having pizza with the other people my age while the adults were having wine. The day after, my aunt gets this message on her phone from a fellow mom at her school. Cast. A equals aunt. M equals entitled mom. M, I heard that you and the other moms had a party with some of their children. A, well, it was more like a get-together, but weren't you in the Bahamas? M, well, yes, but it would have been kind of you to invite me and my baby. A, I didn't think that you wanted to be invited, because you were in the Bahamas. M, well, I was in the Bahamas, but you should have invited me, it is the nice thing to do. A, again M, I didn't think about inviting you because you were in the Bahamas. I will not continue to have this conversation with you. M, wow. You are being so rude to me. It would have been nice if you had invited us. My baby is very hurt by this, the other kids were probably bullying her. A, oh my god M, it was just a fun get-together, we were not bullying your child, can you please stop texting me now? M, fine, I will be telling the other mothers about this, I am very angry that you didn't invite me. A, okay, you can tell them, I do not care. M, okay then. The M had tried to gossip about my aunt, but most of the other moms did not care, because there is more important things to care about, like their kids' grades or something that is actually important, not stupid PTA drama. The M still swears a year later that my aunt was being a bully towards her and her child. Karen tries to take my steering wheel from me. So I'm 29 years old and into sim racing. I have a steering wheel and pedals set up for Dirt Rally 2.0 already, but I wanted to upgrade cause my old wheel is terrible. Cast, Karen, you know who it is, EK, entitled kid, op, over fried potato, NG, nice guy that saved my ass, CB, cashier BOI. Story. Now where I live we don't have any corona cases, city not country, but we still wear masks but don't socially distance, so I went to my local GameStop to see if they had a Logitech G29 steering wheel, and they sure as hell do. So I enter the store and ask for the price. Here's how the conversation goes. Op, do you know how much that Logitech G29 steering wheel costs? CB, looks it up on the computer. They cost $299 for a new one and $249 for used ones. Op, okay, so I'll just buy the new one. Also, does it come with a stick shifter? CB, no, it doesn't come with a shifter. You can buy one separately though. Op, okay, so I'm just gonna buy the G29 plus pedals. CB, okay, that will be $299. Would you like to pay with cash or with a credit card? Up, I'm gonna pay with credit card. CB, does something on the computer okay, please swipe your card, and would you like to add warranty in case it breaks? Up, no thanks, I'm fine. Swipes the card. CB then hands me the receipt and says, have a good day. Is reply with, you too buddy, and leave. Oh no, I have summoned the almighty K.A.R.E.N, what will I ever do? So Karen comes up to me and says, Karen, may I ask how much that game costs? My son really wants it. Up, costs $299 for a new one and $249 for a used one, but you also need a PlayStation trademark 4 to use it. Karen, oh that costs way too much. Do you mind if you give me that steering wheel? Up, sorry I can't since I paid for it. You can look on eBay to see if there's cheaper wheels. EK, Mom, I really want it. Karen, well if you bought this one you can surely buy another one, right? Up, well no, and even if could buy another one I would never give it to you since I paid for it and it's mine and not yours. Now go away before I call the cops. Karen, listen here you little shit, my son deserves it more than you, and you even made him cry, so for compensation you should give it to him. Up, the answer is still no, you little piece of shit, now go eat some dirt somewhere else. Enter NG. NG, what seems to be the problem here, sir? Up, this lady came up to me and asked me for my will that I pa. Karen, he stole my son's game and you can also ask my son too. Right EK? EK, now crying uncontrollably, he stole my game and he won't give it back. NG, alright, let's call the cops and let them check the security footage. Karen runs off as she knows she messed up and is never to be seen again. Happy ending. Also, I'm not English, did I do good? Please let me know for any errors and wish you all a happy day. I was the kid whose birthday was gonna be ruined. You can go through my post history if you want more background on my mother, but for this you just need to know that she is manipulative and would often tell us we were struggling to survive financially while spending thousands on luxuries. My mom asked if I wanted a sweet 16 party. Because of the way I was raised, I would generally reject any offers like this my mom made, as I'd feel guilty for the financial burden I would cause, and mom knew how to use this guilt to her advantage, but I seldom had opportunities to see my friends outside of school and my mom seemed pretty eager to put on a party, so I agreed. We butted heads pretty early on when she wanted me to walk into the party while a song I hated was playing, and my multiple pleas for her to pick literally anything else went unheard. She did most of the planning and always prided herself on her good haggling skills. She took my $800 dress home for $500 and a free tiara. A dress she also made me promise I'd wear to my prom, wedding, and funeral, again despite it not being the one I really wanted. But I was just grateful to have the chance to have a party and had learned at this point how to deal with her without stepping on toes, which really just meant letting her do what she wanted. She let me in on a planning meeting where I finally got to witness her haggling skills in action. This was a few years ago, so it isn't verbatim, but it certainly captures the essence of what happened. Party planner, PP, we could add a photo booth to the event. Mom, that sounds pretty fun, right? Anxiety and me, already stressed seeing how much the party was costing. It sounds fun, but I don't need it. Especially since we'll have the disposable cameras at the tables. Mom, it's your birthday party and I think your friends would love it. PP, the photo booth would be $400. Mom, $400. That's $100/HR, that's just too much. PP, well, we set up the booth and have an attendee there as well. Mom, I could get my brother-in-law to take pictures a lot cheaper than that. I really want the photo booth, but that's just too much, I can't afford that. PP, I can't budge on this one. It's a set price by the company. Mom, please, I just want to give my daughter a good birthday party. She deserves a photo booth. $400 is just too much, I can't afford that with everything else going on. My mom at this point looks so devastated that she can't afford the photo booth for me, to the point where she looked like she was going to cry. My guilt deepened. I hold a lot of resentment for her now, but at the time I didn't see the manipulation and felt terrible that my mom was already spending this much money and going through this much stress. Me, Mom, really it's okay. I don't need the photo booth. PP was looking at her binder at the time, so my mom had and took the opportunity to shoot me the same death glare she would before she'd hit me. It became clear very quickly that her sadness was an act she was putting on to get a better deal. Mom, if you can do anything to help us, we would really appreciate it. A photo booth would make her party so special. And it worked, I guess. The PP dropped the cost of the photo booth, which my mom ended up getting a refund for anyway. Mom gave me a good talking to afterwards, saying stuff along the lines of, "You gotta stay out of grown folks' business, this is why I never take you places with me, next time play along." It just had never occurred to me until that the way she made me feel guilty to do things for her would be the same way got things in the real world. I still feel terrible for being a part of this and Mom's other scams. Make sure to like, share, subscribe if you haven't done yet. Thanks for watching.